Welcome back students. In this video, we are going to learn lesson number 18, Sound, Production of Sound. Students, in your previous class, you have already learnt about sound and propagation of sound. So now let's recall certain things. Every day in our daily life, we hear various kinds of sounds. Isn't it? Some sounds are pleasant, some are unpleasant. Because the sounds which we like, we feel it is pleasant. And the sounds which disturb us, they create noise pollution. Now here we are going to learn about production of sound. Now let's see what is production of sound. Now let's see some examples like clapping your hands, playing a musical instrument, knocking a door or whistling. So in all these things, what do we hear? We hear different kind of sound. It means sound is generated in all these events. Vibrations are produced in the objects which generate sound. All these vibrations are imparted to the molecules in the air and get transferred from one molecule to the other. In this way, the vibrations reach our ears and the sound is heard. Sound is generated by the rhythmic vibrations of an object. Pitch of a sound. In Indian music, the musical notes sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni are of increasingly higher pitch, that is, of increasingly higher frequency. In scientific terms, frequency is a measure of pitch. Periodic motion. The object moves to one side of the central position and comes back to the central position while vibrating. This motion of an object is repeated again and again at fixed intervals of time. Such motion of an object is called periodic motion. Motion of a swing. A swing is an oscillator. The motion of a swing is in oscillatory motion. Children, you must have seen children playing on a swing in a garden. Observe carefully the motion of the swing. Go to a swing at rest in a garden and mark its position on the ground below it. You can call this mark the central position of the swing. Now pull the swing to one side and let it go. Observe how it swings. The swing will be seen to cross the central position again and again as it moves from one end to the other of its swing. A swing that moves back and forth like this is an oscillator. When the swing moves from one end to the other end and returns to its starting point, it is said to have completed one oscillation. The back and forth motion of an oscillator on either side of a central position is called oscillatory motion. Observe the figure carefully. Take a strong thread about half a meter long, tie a small iron or wooden ball to it and suspend it from a support as shown in the figure. Such an oscillator is called a pendulum. An oscillator which is made up of a small iron or wooden ball tied to a half a meter long strong thread and the other end of the thread is tied to a fixed support such that the ball is freely suspended in the air. Such an oscillator is called a pendulum. In the second part of the figure you can see that give an oscillatory motion to the pendulum. The maximum distance between the original positions A of the pendulum and the extreme positions B or C is called the amplitude of oscillation. In the figure, AB or AC is the amplitude of oscillation. Take an empty porcelain bowl or an empty steel glass as shown in the figure. Stretch a rubber band and fix it on the bowl or glass. Now give a jerk to the rubber band. Repeat this action applying a smaller or greater force. While doing this, observe the farthest distance to which the rubber band is stretched. Take note of the sound generated. When the rubber band is stretched and released, it vibrates. Compare the vibrations with the figure alongside. When the rubber is stretched from the original position A and comes to position B, it is seen to be curved. The maximum distance between the original position A and the position B on stretching the rubber is called the amplitude of vibration. When a greater force is applied to the rubber, it is stretched further, meaning that the amplitude increases. On releasing it, a louder sound is generated. When a smaller force is applied, the rubber is stretched less, then the amplitude is smaller and the sound is softer too. A stretched rubber returns to its original state when it is released. This property is called elasticity. When a stretched rubber band vibrates, elasticity is at work. The time period of oscillation, which is denoted by the capital letter T, depends on the length of the pendulum. The time period of oscillation increases if the length of the pendulum is increased. The frequency remains the same even if the amplitude decreases or increases. Frequency of oscillation. The number of oscillations completed by an oscillator in 1 second is called the frequency of oscillation. Frequency is denoted by letter n, that is small letter n. So formula for frequency is equal to 1 upon time period of oscillation is equal to 1 upon t. T denotes time period of oscillation. Hertz is the unit of frequency. Example, frequency of 1 Hertz means 1 oscillation in 1 second. Frequency of 100 Hertz means there are 100 oscillations in 1 second. Consider an oscillator completes 20 oscillations in 1 second. Then the frequency of that oscillator is 20 Hertz. High and low pitch of sound. Take a wooden board 80 to 90 cm long and 5 cm wide. Hammer 2 nails into it, each a few centimeters away from its two ends. Tie the ends of a thin metal wire to the nails so that the wire is stretched tightly between them. Insert a wedge-shaped wooden or plastic block under the wire near each of the nails and plug the wire lightly. Observe what happens. When the tension in the wire is increased, the frequency increases, and if the tension in the wire is decreased, the frequency decreases. When the tension in the wire is increased, the sound produced by the vibrating wire is shriller. On the other hand, when the tension is reduced, the sound is less shrill. This is called the high and low pitch of sound. Next is intensity of sound and sound level. Intensity of sound and sound level are two different quantities. The intensity of sound is proportional to the square of the amplitude of vibration. If the amplitude is doubled, the intensity of sound becomes 4 times. Unit of sound level. Sound level is measured in a unit called decibel, which is denoted as dB, small letter d and capital B. It was named decibel in honor of the work of the scientist Alexander Graham Bell. If the intensity of sound becomes 10 times than the original intensity, then the sound level increases by 10 decibel. Hearing gets temporarily affected by sounds of frequency greater than 1000 Hz and levels of sound higher than 100 decibel. This can result in temporary deafness. This is experienced by the workers who work near aeroplane engines. Audible sound. The human beings can hear the sounds having frequency between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Therefore, the sounds with frequency 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz is called audible sounds. Means we can hear it. Infrasonic sound. A sound having frequency less than 20 Hz is not audible to the human being. Therefore, the sound having frequency less than 20 Hz is called infrasonic sound. Sounds having a frequency less than 20 Hz are produced and can be heard by whales, elephants, hippopotamus, and rhinoceros. Ultrasonic sound. A sound having a frequency higher than 20,000 Hz is called ultrasonic sound. Ultrasonic sound cannot be heard by human beings. Some animals like dog, cat, dolphin, sea lion, and bat can hear such sounds. Now, what are the uses of this ultrasonic sound? Humans have used ultrasonic sounds in different equipments and technologies. To clean tiny parts of a watch and delicate ornaments, to observe internal organs of the body, to detect tumors in the brain, to detect faults in a metal. Ultrasonic sound is used in radar systems, to kill certain microbes and insects. Sonar, the depth of seabed or the position of a ship. It is sound navigation and ranging. So it is used to locate over there. Then what's the relation between high and low pitch of sound and frequency of sound? The high and low pitch of sound is directly related to the frequency of sound. The pitch gets high when frequency of sound is increased. The pitch gets low when frequency of sound is decreased. So students, in this way we have completed the lesson sound, production of sound. In this lesson we have learned various topics like what is sound, how the sound is produced, oscillator, oscillation, oscillatory motion, pitch of sound, amplitude, pendulum. Like this varieties of topics we have learned in this lesson. Also about the infrasonic and ultrasonic sound. So now you have to read the lesson carefully and complete the exercise given in your textbook on page number 125. Till then, take care and study well.